evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting time on Late for the Party. We're going to get into an In My Mind segment slash All Points Acquired, but it's going to be more of an In My Mind segment. But I am your host, Harry Labrea, aka Coverboy, the Modern Marvel. We're going to talk. We just did a All Points Acquired yesterday about the Elimination Chamber, but I really want to get into more of an In My Mind about John Cena turning heel. This is going to be crazy. But before I get into that, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and support the podcast. You can check me out on all forms of social media. You can even see the link will be in the description once I upload everything to my stuff. You'll hear it and everything else. Also, check out all the cool Late for the Party merch on teespring.com. So tell a friend, tell a foe, let everybody know that this is Late for the Party and this is how we go. So let's get right into it, y'all. So, John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes comes out and oh my gosh. I was not expecting. A lot of people sit there and say that, you were surprised and expected and all that. Let me tell you something. In the back of my mind, there was a possibility that could happen, but seeing it in living color and at the height of this dude's, like, his career as probably one of the most number one baby faces. Like, this is probably one of the biggest heel turns, betrayals since, like, Hogan going NWO. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like, on the equivalent of Hogan NWO and Seth Rollins betraying the Shield. That is probably the biggest betrayals, hands down. I mean, at the height of John Cena's career, to where he's walking out of the like supposed to be clearing out of the company that he's been at for so long. And to me, honestly, it feels good. It feels good. It felt so intense and raw watching Saturday's Elimination Chamber, and at the end you see this demeanor on his face to where you never seen this cold, dark, black eyes look. Like, his eyes were almost dark to where you couldn't even see the emotion. Like, he was almost emotionless, almost like almost damn near like unexpectedly evil. Like, this was not the John Cena, the hustle, loyalty, and respect, the Wish Foundation, and, you know, kissing babies and never give up. And, like, this is like, and I've seen John Cena go, like, when he was the Prototype on OVW, or when he was Dr. Thugonomics before he became the 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 cookie cutter baby face that we all know and love to hate, that where we always thought that he even mentioned about doing a heel turn, but under the regime of Vince McMahon, ultimately that was not going to happen. But now you're seeing it in a time to where damn near anything could happen. Under the Paul Levesque era, like, everybody was uncertain of how Wrestlemania was even gonna go, to where, like, how can you upstage last year's Wrestlemania? Now we're looking at, like, in living color, like, dude, fucking John Cena, heel, versus Cody Rhodes, babyface. And it's like, oh, somebody had to be the heel. And honestly, to me, in some cases, I thought it could have been Cody, but nah, they're not pulling the trigger on him right now. They're not doing that right now. This is right now where Cody this is his babyface run. This is what they needed for Cody to get to this point to where he needs an obstacle. You know, you already faced Roman in this obstacle, but now you got another legendary babyface who turned to the dark side. We're talking about the John Cena heel face, the heel turn. The John Cena heel turn is on the equivalent to Anakin Skywalker betraying the Jedis. I mean, kids were literally fucking crying in the. I mean, the kids, like, folks was literally like shocked and awe. I don't give a frog's fat ass if anybody said that, oh, I saw it coming. Even if you did see it, like, had it in your mind's eye, it was not your very first thought that, oh yeah, John is going heel. No, nobody was thinking that. Nobody was thinking that. Not even in this magnitude at this point, to where, like, you know, you walk out of your career, you walk out of your like, you want to end your career as the fucking villain. That is unheard of. That is unspoken. I mean, even Hogan now. And look, I was there when Hogan came out and fucking on Netflix over in the Inuit Dome. Okay? They booed the living shit out of him. All right? But then when he was NWO Hogan, oh man, that was the cream of the crop. Like, everybody was flipping out. Do you know how many times when I was watching Nitro and when Hogan went rogue? Like, when Hogan went NWO, everybody was flipping out about that. All right, we didn't even have the internet around that time, okay? We had to go hear word of mouth. We had to talk about that in the schoolyard. We had to talk about that on the phone. Like, hey, did you watch that shit? Man, this is on some whole new level equivalent, like, oh my fucking God type. John Cena going heel, and he's side by side with The Rock. That's saying, no, I'm not even going to call him The Rock. The final boss, Dwayne Johnson. Final boss, Dwayne. Okay? Like, it is amazing. It was terrifying seeing John Cena's look and just what they did. Man, they stomped the nostril nuggets out. They beat the brakes off that boy. They beat the brakes off Cody. And keep in mind, Cody, like, that was the Cody we need to start seeing. Cody's, like, we need to start seeing him go Rock. Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself, Cody. But now we got 7 weeks. Raw comes on tonight. I'm going to be excited to see what the hell goes on in the next 7 weeks before WrestleMania. Late for the party, yes, is going to be at WrestleMania watching 2 nights of wrestling goodness. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I don't know what the hell's going on. What does this mean for Roman? What does this mean for anybody? Man, you thought the whole bloodline situation, man, Cody needs some help. He is outnumbered. He is alone. And honestly, when you heard CM Punk talking to him about, like, yeah, remember at the time when I was champion, I didn't want to turn into the guy that, like, and honestly, he didn't turn. But guess who did? Guess who turned to the dark side? Even CM Punk gave freaking Cody forewarning about how when the belt changes you. and the industry changes you around it. But luckily, Cody kept his bearings. But nah, I didn't see John Cena turning over like that. Even at the press conference. And that's another thing that gotta stop happening. Rock needs to stop talking like he's like he needs to start talking like he's the fucking villain instead of talking about all this extra stuff and whatnot. Like he needs to like really play with the role that he's getting. Like, if you're going to be involved, you can't be sitting there talking in the press conference. You got to play it off like you the villain, too. And just what John Cena did. Picked up the microphone and dropped it. And then walked away. What the fuck you got to talk about at this point? He literally did what he did, walked in, just... Mine is still totally blown about what I saw and bear witness to. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Yeah, you could sit there and lie to yourself saying that, oh, yeah, John Cena, I saw that coming. No, the fuck you didn't. I don't give a damn who. Oh, you're surprised? Get out of here. All of y'all didn't even know. Even if you had an idea that that could happen, just seeing it firsthand and how it came about, it's unheard of. It's unspoken. It's unseeable until it actually happens. And then it finally happens. Living color, all in front of everybody's faces. I was tripping. We were all tripping about, holy crap, they actually pulled the trigger. John Cena is a bad guy. John Cena is a villain. And he's a villain not only by himself, but with The Rock, too? What hold does he have over John Cena? Yeah, I'm your boss and all of that stuff, but fam, this is what good long-term booking does. Kudos to Paul freaking Levesque, because honestly, we would not have gotten this kind of material with Vince. No. No. Matter of fact, Vince would still probably have Roman as champion. Maybe we would have had The Rock in him, and somehow, somewhere along the lines, Rock would have been probably feuding with Roman, but then we don't even know. We still could possibly get that. But right now, just seeing the outcome of what could possibly be the outcome of John Cena versus Cody. John said that he's going for number 17. He's going for number 17. And honestly, that would be best for business for him to be number 17. Because Ric Flair, honestly, has the 16-time championship, but Ric Flair is not homegrown, run-at-the-mill WWE. He was never a WWE guy. He was WCW, NWA before he became WWE. So, if anybody, for anybody to be a homegrown hero, a homegrown player, honestly, I would not be mad, and I would still be in shock if John Cena beats Cody at WrestleMania and he becomes the 17-time world WWE champion. That would, I cannot not see it. And honestly, it would be great to see that. But honestly, this is a big dance and then I can see him wrestling. Maybe, they're not just going to give it to him and then he retires it unless he relinquishes it and gives it to The Rock. That would be a trip. But would they do that? Or would you let him wrestle and let him lose the belt again at SummerSlam, which SummerSlam is supposed to be a 2-night event? I don't see why not. Ever since John Cena came back, he's lost all of his matches. This is the only one that he actually wins. But then word around the campfire, the special guest referee is supposed to be The Rock? Supposed to be The Rock? Oh my God. Like, dude, what is Cody going to do in this predicament? Like, you thought he was the chips were stacked against him when he was wrestling against. You thought the chips were stacked against him when he wrestled against the Bloodline. Oh my God, I don't know now. He might be in trouble. At this rate, I don't even know if there's a foreseeable way for him to even walk out of this as champion. Like, he gonna need some help. He is gonna need some help. Kevin is compelled to not to help him this time. Freaking, we're also talking about, like, Seth is not trying to help him out after helping out with Roman. That Cody helped out with Roman. There's a lot of ground to cover. Maybe, and then also we don't know. This could possibly be the redemption story that Roman needs to come about with. Where we could possibly see The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. It's a walking possibility. There's only 4 matches so far, technically, that is on the card right now, and all 4 of them are all championship matches. And I can already see that night 1 is going to be either Tiffany Stratton versus night 1, Tiffany Stratton and Jey Uso versus Gunther, and Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair versus Gunther and Jey Uso, and Jey Uso versus Gunther on night 1. Night 2, Rhea Ripley and Bianca and Cody versus John Cena. Somewhere along that lines, they're going to start adding more shit to this layer. Like I said, the next 7 weeks is probably going to be the most important watch stuff on television, especially on SmackDown. I don't know how Raw's going to come about, but maybe this whole stuff with Jade and all of that stuff, but I digress from my point. Right now, it's about John Cena. And John Cena, I gotta see something. There's gotta be something about to happen. And I'm all for it. So look forward to some more of Allpoints Acquired, you guys, because it's gonna be a barn burner. So either way, I'm gonna get off the hook right now and get ready to watch Raw and see how you guys on the next segment. But please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the podcast. You can check me out on all forms of social media. The link tree will be in the description once I upload this episode or this segment, you guys. And also check out all the cool Late for the Party merch on teespring.com. So I'm your host, Harry Labrea, a.k.a. Coverboy, the Modern Marvel, signing off. And as always, you're always on time. when you're late for the party.